How did the Brezhnev Doctrine affect Hungary? Have you ever wondered how a single policy could shape the fate of an entire nation? The Brezhnev Doctrine, introduced by Soviet leader Leonid Brezhnev in 1968, did just that for Hungary. This doctrine justified Soviet military intervention in socialist countries to maintain communist rule. It was rooted in the belief that any threat to socialism in one country could undermine the entire socialist community. To understand its impact on Hungary, we must look back at the Hungarian Revolution of 1956. This uprising began as a student protest and quickly grew into a nationwide movement. The Hungarian people demanded political reforms and independence from Soviet control. The new government, led by Imre Nagy, even planned to leave the Warsaw Pact and hold free elections. This shift was seen as a direct threat to Soviet dominance in Eastern Europe. In response to the revolution, the Soviet Union intervened militarily. The Soviet army swiftly crushed the uprising, resulting in thousands of deaths and over 200,000 Hungarians fleeing the country. This brutal intervention was a clear demonstration of the Soviet Union's commitment to maintaining control over its satellite states. Though the Brezhnev Doctrine was formally articulated in 1968, its principles were evident during the Hungarian Revolution. The doctrine asserted that socialist countries could not act independently if their actions threatened the broader socialist community. This meant that any deviation from Soviet-approved policies could lead to military intervention, as seen in Hungary. The impact of the Brezhnev Doctrine on Hungary was profound. It reinforced Soviet control and ensured that Hungary remained firmly within the Soviet sphere of influence. Any hopes for political liberalization or independent policies were suppressed. The doctrine's emphasis on limited sovereignty meant that Hungary's ability to pursue its own path was severely restricted. As time went on, the Brezhnev Doctrine became part of a broader strategy to maintain communist rule in Eastern Europe. However, this policy eventually led to growing dissatisfaction with Soviet dominance. By the late 1980s, the rejection of the Brezhnev Doctrine, particularly under Mikhail Gorbachev's reforms, marked a significant shift. Countries in Eastern Europe began to seek greater autonomy, contributing to the decline of global communism. In essence, while the Brezhnev Doctrine aimed to protect the socialist community, it also highlighted the tension between maintaining communist rule and respecting national sovereignty. This tension played a key role in the decline of communism in Eastern Europe, including Hungary. The legacy of the Brezhnev Doctrine serves as a reminder of how policies can shape the course of history and influence the lives of millions.